If you're someone who constantly digs for new sounds, fresh voices, and music that cuts through the noise, you're in the right place, because right now, there's something huge brewing just beneath the global radar, and it's coming out of Poland. That's right, not Berlin, not London, not New York, but Warsaw, Gdańsk, Krakow. A new wave of boundary-pushing artists is turning Poland into one of the most exciting music hubs in the world. These aren't niche acts just surviving in the background. They're making some of the boldest, most emotionally charged, and genre-bending music anywhere. And if you're sleeping on it, you're missing out. Stick with me, because by the end of this video, you'll have at least a dozen new artists in your rotation. Whether you're into ambient piano, heavy metal, trap beats, avant-garde rock, or just beautifully weird experimental stuff. And if you enjoy these kinds of deep music dives from overlooked regions, consider joining the channel membership. It helps keep this content alive and gets you access to more global playlists and behind-the-scenes content. Let's begin with a name that's been slowly and silently infiltrating playlists and film scores around the world, Hania Ranyi. A pianist and composer who creates cinematic, ambient-driven classical music that speaks directly to the soul. Her albums, Esha and Home, are like soundtracks to a quiet life you wish you had. All nostalgia, longing, and calm. No lyrics needed, just piano, reverb, and space. She's already been featured in Apple commercials and Netflix documentaries, but she deserves even more attention. Her live sessions? Hypnotic. You'll sit down to watch for a minute and end up staying for 45. From that tranquil beauty, we dive headfirst into the darkness and chaos of VTSS, one of Poland's most electrifying exports in the underground techno world. Born in Warsaw, now ruling Berlin's hardest dance floors, VTSS is fire. Her sound is aggressive, industrial, raw, the kind of techno that doesn't apologize for punching you in the chest. She's part of a growing wave of artists redefining what it means to be a DJ in the 2020s. Not just someone who spins tracks, but someone who tells a visceral story through sound. If you love artists like Helena Hoff or Amelie Lenz, VTSS deserves your ears immediately. And now for something completely different. Polish hip-hop. If you're not already tuned in, Taco Hemingway is the name you'll want to start with. He's smart, introspective, and effortlessly poetic, often tackling everything from millennial anxiety to Poland's shifting cultural landscape. What's especially exciting is how he switches between Polish and English, subtly making his music accessible to international listeners without compromising his identity. He's got an uncanny ability to paint visuals with his lyrics, the way someone like Kendrick or Tyler does. Whether you understand every word or not, the emotion translates. But hip-hop in Poland isn't just one flavor. Take Rosalie, for example. She's blending alt R&B with soulful melodies and modern production. Her sound lands somewhere between Georgia Smith and SZA, but with this smoky, distinctly Eastern European edge. It's vulnerable, slick, and incredibly replayable. She's part of a new generation of artists who aren't just influenced by global scenes, they're actively contributing to them. Watch out for her, she's gonna be huge. Now let's pivot to the indie and art pop space, where things get wildly creative. Brodka is one of Poland's most fearless chameleons. Starting from mainstream Polish pop, she veered left and started producing experimental, genre-defying records like Clashes and Brute. Her visuals are surreal and cinematic. Her music mixes electro, indie rock, and baroque pop. Every album is like a different version of herself. You never know what she'll do next, and that's exactly why she's so exciting. If you like dreamy, introspective, synthy textures, you need to check out Coles, a duo that embodies what modern European dream pop sounds like. Their production is moody and minimal, but always lush. They often switch between Polish and English, which gives their music an otherworldly, floating quality. Same goes for the Dumplings, another duo that blew up in the early 2010s with infectious electropop. And while they're on hiatus now, their influence can still be heard all over Poland's indie scene. But let's not forget, Poland has long had a love affair with jazz, and one of its most celebrated modern ambassadors is the Marcin-Wasilewski Trio. Their recordings on the ECM label are pristine, emotionally rich, technically superb, and globally respected. Their compositions have this cool Nordic stillness, but with Polish heart and soul. If you're a fan of Brad Meldau or Esbjorn Svensson Trio, this group is essential listening. Now we dive into heavier waters. Riverside, one of Poland's premier progressive rock/metal bands. Imagine if Porcupine Tree met Opeth in a smoky Warsaw basement. That's the vibe. Their music is expansive, layered, and emotional, with lyrics that often explore grief, time, and transformation. It's not about technical flexing, it's about feeling. They've quietly built a devoted international fan base, and they deserve way more recognition. And while we're in heavy territory, we can't ignore Behemoth. Yes, they're controversial. Yes, they're theatrical. But they are global titans in extreme metal. Led by the always provocative Nergal, Behemoth mixes dark religious iconography, blistering guitars, and insane precision into live shows that feel like black mass rituals. You may not love them, but you can't deny their impact. At the opposite end of that spectrum is Jacek, a composer who merges classical instruments with electronic noise, creating music that feels like walking through a haunted church in slow motion. It's deeply atmospheric, like if Max Richter had a darker twin, perfect for late-night writing sessions or introspective walks in the rain. And finally, we land on Trupa Trupa, an experimental rock band that confronts historical trauma, memory, and political unrest with a sound that feels heavy, minimalist, and unnervingly relevant. They've been covered by Pitchfork and The Guardian, praised for their art punk ethos and anti-fascist messaging. In a world where music can sometimes feel empty, Trupa Trupa forces you to listen, think, and feel something real. So there you have it, 15 artists across genres, moods, and styles, all coming from a place you might not have expected, Poland. But this isn't just about location. This is about recognizing that musical brilliance happens everywhere. And sometimes the artists making the most important music aren't on your Spotify homepage or in Rolling Stone. Yet. If you found even one new artist in this list that made you feel something, like, comment, and please consider subscribing. And if you want to go deeper, support the channel by joining our membership program. It helps us spotlight more hidden gems like these, build playlists for every genre, and bring you deeper music content from all over the world. Thanks for watching, and remember, the next big sound might already be playing, just not in English.